Today we're going to celebrate the birthday of Chad Trampas Parker. Today he's going to go into detail as to how he got discovered in the MXGPs, the road that he took to get there, and land his first factory ride in 1989 with the Chesterfield KTM team. So happy birthday, Trampas Parker. Let me know what you guys think. Comment on what you think, and thanks.
Well, I did the Magoo Chandler benefit in 1986, and then I was full time in '87, and that's when I wrenched for Phil. And then M. Robert, which was the clothing company back then that sponsored most of the top riders over there, bought me a 500 the week before the first round, and we went and did the 500 World Championship, at least a couple of rounds of it on a box stock KX 500.
Oh wow. Yeah. So tell me this, how did you end up on your in your 89 season? How did the KTM ride come about?
That's a pretty funny one because at the end of 1988, KTM didn't know that Puzar had signed with Suzuki yet, but they needed some bikes on the track at the Italian Championship. They just wanted a couple of extra KTM bikes on the track. And I really hadn't rode a 125 for probably close to 2 years at that time. And they gave me this stock bike to practice the week before the event. I went out and rode a couple of times, and I thought, man, I don't know how to ride a 125 anymore because that thing was so slow. And when I showed up at this Italian Championship race, and there was about 7 of the top 10 from the World Championship there, they actually gave me one of Alex Puzar's practice bikes. And I can remember I jumped on it that morning in practice at the Italian Championship, and I went out and I made 2 laps, and I come back in, and I can remember telling the guy who ended up being my mechanic, Farrell, I said, it's over. He said, what do you mean it's over? I said, there ain't nobody that can beat me on this bike. And he looked at me and he laughed, and he goes, man, he goes, that's just a practice bike. I said, I don't care. I said, this is the fastest 125 I've ever rode. I said, I'll win every moto today, hands down. And he just kind of laughed about it. And then I went out and set qualifying on pole position with about 5 minutes to go. And I pulled back into the truck, and he goes, what are you doing? I said, I don't care where I start. I said, as long as I get top 10 on the gate pick, I said, like I said, I went all 3 motos today. And that's how it all started, man.